So obviously, NFL started last week. Nike decided to put up this huge ad campaign with the villain of the NFL,
The villain.
Colin Kaepernick.
God damn it.
If you live under a rock, you haven't seen this and the millions of memes that have come out with this, which is actually probably one of the best things that meme-wise that has happened. It's a close-up shot of Kaepernick. Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. Nike swoosh, just do it. If you don't know anything about the NFL or anything about this, Colin Kaepernick was kneeling during the national anthem to support Black Lives Matter.
I can't believe him kneeling has caused all this fucking shit.
Not only did he start this, but other NFL players, specifically mostly the black players, also started kneeling. And the fans and company, I guess, don't want them kneeling during the national anthem. Nah, Mike, how do you feel about kneeling during the national anthem?
I think it's very disrespectful. The act of kneeling on your knee is a disrespectful move. In general, when you kneel in front of somebody, doesn't that mean you're disrespecting them? Doesn't that what that means?
Yep.
So I think it's very disrespectful. He might as well hold his middle finger up. No, I don't know. I mean, they just want something. I think it's this, like, just anything that questions the status quo for some people is grounds for ostracization.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And for Kaepernick, this is a guy who was in the Super Bowl only a few years ago, and none of the NFL teams will sign him to any sort of contract. So
right, and it's like, why? Like, I don't. All he did was kneel during the national anthem, and people got so mad, and I don't know why.
I'm wondering if it's because, most of the demographic that watches the NFL, hardcore Americans. It is American to watch American football. So
yeah, but they can question America when it's why. I just saw a thing. Somebody, fucking guy on Fox News, Tucker Carlson, was talking about how, we take for granted the question of diversity in America is better and America's diversity makes America stronger. But is that true? And it's like, that's way more un-American to question our diversity like you're some sort of Nazi.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? This guy just doesn't want people to get shot.
Right.
Whether you agree with him or not, he didn't even say anything. Who is he disrespecting? All he's disrespecting are the people who are shooting people, which they should be disrespected.
Yep.
It's just weird that we can call American values into question when on the right, when it's about diversity, but we can't call it into question when it's about not being shot as a black person. It's so weird.
It's very weird. Yeah, it's not really fair to him, and it's a kind of unfortunate. I know the NFL is not the greatest thing, but I personally love the NFL only because I think I grew up with it. But and then we wanted to bring it up too because it's Nike, and everyone is giving them the old great job, Nike. Way to stand for humans and Black lives and
Right.
brown lives and way to stand for Kaepernick. You know, you give him. Kaepernick is now officially, I guess, earning more money through these Nike ads than he would have playing the NFL or something like that, or something equal. So,
Right. So good for him. I'm glad he's making money because he's probably going to do good
for
shit with it,
Kaepernick.
and that's fine. Take
Right.
Nike's money.
yes.
But what I don't understand is like companies like Nike don't do this shit because it's right. I don't, and you can argue me all you want, but Nike still has fucking sweatshops.
wait,
you know why Nike still has sweatshops? Because Nike makes money off of sweatshops. They wouldn't do this unless it was a well thought out monetary move. You know what I mean? Right?
We're gonna repeat this, guys. Nike is not doing this because maybe they're like, okay, we do side with him on his stance, but if we are gonna take it to the very core, this is about dollar bills, y'all.
For sure. And they're making money on it, dude. And, you say maybe they side with them. I would say it's probably a mixed bag over at Nike.
Sure.
Like, it's probably like some people think it's disrespectful. Some people don't. But when everybody gets on the same page, when the guy goes, hey, we have the demographics of Nike. And you know what it is? It's younger people. And younger people, by a large majority, skew left. So, you know what? We're going to do it. And it's going to make us a ton of money. And everybody goes, I have no principles at all. So perfect. If it's going to make us money, let's do it.
That's true. And not only does it skew left, like, all right, middle America and this is not a stat. This is just me talking out of my ass, but do you believe it or not? Colored people like Nikes. We do. It's the truth.
Yeah, brown black people are big on Nikes. We talked about the bait truck recently, and the bait truck was full of Nike Air Force Ones.
There is a reason, because we love Nike shoes. I love Nike. I grew up just loving Nike shoes. I don't know what it is about it. But this is not about we're standing up for something, because guys, the Nikes you are wearing, those are made by somebody making way lower than minimum wage somewhere in some other country.
Definitely. They did a little bit of a campaign after getting called out for sweatshops back in the 90s to like get their things up to date and get people, get their working conditions better over in other countries. But I mean, recent ethical reports of them have been just as shady. They don't report everything. They keep everything under wraps because they need to make money, like I said. And if they didn't have those sweatshops, they wouldn't be turning the profits that they're turning.
Yep. And you guys can agree or disagree.
And there's nothing wrong with liking Nikes right now, because the problem isn't, I don't want Nike or Amazon to be morally take the moral high ground and like change on their own. I just want the rules to be made so they can't do this shit. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Nike's fine. Great. I'm glad Nike gave Colin Kaepernick a bunch of money. I'm glad that the demographics show that this is the right way to do it and the way the world's moving. But Nike should not be allowed to have sweatshops overseas. I mean, that should just be illegal in America. And the fact that it's not is weird. So,
yeah, good luck.
Right.
Yeah. The NFL season is upon us, folks, so I think it's going to be a big political debate this whole year, because
it's going to get interesting. It's going to get really interesting.
People were still kneeling, so.
You know what's funny? Is anyone talking about the Redskins anymore? Dan Schneider fucking dodged a bullet.
Nobody's talking about him right now. He's lucky that Kaepernick is doing these ads for Nike.
He dodged a fucking bullet, man. He was on the hot seat. It looked like they were about to change it, right?
Nah, they won't change it.
Not anymore. I'm saying, like, though, at the time it seemed like they were getting so much pressure that it was like, oh, it's gonna happen at some point now. But
unfortunately,
not anymore.
Because we don't care about indigenous people, so we'll just keep them.
Well,
keep them
no,
where they're at.
Country's built on killing and enslaving indigenous people, so that's nothing more American than that.
Nothing more.